I don't make those. People who want to play make them. And I don't know what my control is, especially that big moment.
Gentlemen, this is the elimination course. My calling is to keep men out of the ministry. I consider my test a success when the blood is 4 feet deep and the bodies are floating around the room.
That's amazing.
Now, we're trying to gain people's attention. Before, the people were able to commit to a follow. And again, I can't help but watch this and think, things are riding us. Things are riding us. And it's increasingly obvious.
Modernity sort of lured us into imagining we were in charge. That we were somehow in control, but we're not in control.
We've got a tiny group of people that are just sort of hyper about the blues, and they're learning together, and all of this new stuff sort of bursts forth. And in Laurel Canyon, you have this tiny little group of people that are sort of working on this, and then, you know, in some ways via technology, this stuff just spreads all out throughout the world.
It of course made me think about this little corner, because what doesn't? And it made me think about the little group of people that are just playing with things now.
And I thought Jordan Hall said it very well in the conversation, you know.
What's up, everybody?
In our globalized contextuality of 8 billion people, what things we do have in common with people from wherever is often shared media consumption, shared media consumption, shared media consumption. Like, I am a leaf on the wind, watch how I fly, speaks to everybody who is as deep into that show as I was. And so it's like, and to understand what I'm talking about with that, I usually reference the next generation, which is the next generation. With that, I usually reference the next generation start. Once upon a time, the kind benevolent ruler decided that he had had enough of the evil being around, and he's like nothing can exist in my kingdom that is not love. And so slowly all of the evil got like coagulated into a big giant blob as it was making its way out of the kingdom by the power of the creed. But then some little jackass kid saw the big blob of evil and was like, I'll love you. And so all of that evil was going to go into the child. And everybody thought that would be a terrible idea, to have it all concentrated into one kid. So they decided that they'd all love it a little.
That's the real takeaway here.
That's heavy. Yeah.
This fantastical scenario.
It's crazy story.
It's grim grizz.
About a blob.
It's making us think about some very real questions.
It's like a mirror.
About our own choices.
Yeah.
About our responsibilities.
Reflecting back on us.
What would you do
if
you were faced with a giant blob of evil?
With grim grizz.
With grim grizz.
Would you try to love it?
Would you try to love it away?
Would you run away?
Would you run away?
Would you fight it? Would you try to destroy it?
If everyone's a little bit evil,
yeah,
is anyone really evil?
Wow.
Wow. Even so, Strem, for October 23, that we're now in the one that's after Libra. I think it's the Scorpion. Neo-feudal. And you, a Grimgris stream. Hello, I see the assassins have failed. I'm General Griswold Gaius Grim with the Greater Regional Aggression Protocol and representative of the Fraternal Regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy. Welcome. We have channel members invoking their colon Denny powers and their colon Howdy powers, so you get to see this. That's one Denim Wars Danny and one Howdy Rascal as also appearing up there next to that lobster. You see, that's the same guy. He's on top of that mask there thing. Okay, and then I ain't got a card, but I got some tabs. Even so, Strem and neo-feudalism in you. Yeah, that's what it is there.
It's a whisper in your ear, now listen here. Remember, embody, it's all so clear. No hidden strings, no puppeteer. We're by your side, have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Two howdies and a triple bubble. We go with it. Howdy, bubble. There you go. And now you guys need those savings throws against. In the corner has been swamped with a
Mind control.
Savings throws for mind control.
So this is how bad I have failed.
Savings
I understand you have respect for serious play. Yes, I have a ritual with my channel where, like reminding fish that they're in water, I remind people that there's a lot of mind control out there, even if you just consider advertising.
So this is how bad I have failed.
I give you a savings throw against the mind control I use against you. So A, you know I'm using it against you, and if it works, I get more points. And B, you get the chance to resist it. You base your resistance on your choice between your will to survive, your social networks, your accumulated wisdom, or the power of your heart.
Mind control will continue in a moment.
And since it will continue, you should get your savings throws. Just make a choice between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. I roll a die, 10 or higher, half damage. Under 10, full damage, but at least you got a savings throw. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Survival is coming in mediocrely with a 6 today. That's a 6 for you. Socialist coming up deuces. Better go find your bonuses. Lovers of wisdom. 5 against 1. Wow, everybody's taking full damage today. Heart folks even. Only the power of 8 for you. A hive mind channel too. The Indigo Kids got disciples. What's going on? Well, you're looking for where is it? Oh, hell. There it is. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head. Shake it up is all that we know. as we go. I'm waking up to fantasies. The shades all around aren't the colors we used to see. Broken ice still melts in the sun, and times that are broken can often be won again. We're so alone, and so really matters to me. Take a look around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head. Yeah. But, oh yeah, we gotta switch back to, that was the Thursday branding.
Now what'll that asshole think of next? Is anybody got a dime?
Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal, so say we all. Back in the day, Thursdays were something special. They were out of touch Thursdays. It's been a while. It sort of faded away. We used to get deliveries of special Thursday memes, and those dried up. Things just faded away. Chuck's next card of the show is that, oh, would you quit sneaking from behind? It's the king of spades. That's the one. What, we got tabs or something? Yes, you have this tab. What tab? Well, you have the tab announcing the social Lamophobia t-shirt, now available. A CC Moole design, who's instructed us for whatever reason to give all the proceeds thereof to that Ronald McDonald House. But it's a fancy new shirt that CC Remember it.
This agency. We want
That was a bunch of corn because the mic was muted instead of it was muted on the mic itself. You missed out. You see, as it turns out, we have a Survivor hoodie available that with a CC Moore design where she gets no money and has no control over the profits. And also we have this fancy new social Lamophobia shirt, which all proceeds are going to have to go to Ronald McDonald House because that's where she wants it. I have to edit that. She wants it to go to Ronald McDonald House. They don't go to her. I might give it to her and make her do the charity part. That's a giant pain in the arse. But it's a cool shirt.
Now what'll that asshole think of next? Is anybody got a dime?
LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. All right, even so, stream title, feudal, neo-feudal, and new thumbnail. Not the thumbnail, but the title, the even so stream. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the stream. And there's this whole, it's not about you going on in the background, but there's this whole other, you got a kingdom to seek, boy, that's also weighing in now. But nonetheless, even so stream, here I am, even so streaming, right? All right. Announce. We have over. What just happened here? This is broken. Come on, StreamYards, get it together. We have over on the Saint Sartori channel, putting the AI demons of Southwestuary to rest.
What? Sure. Putting the AI demons of Southwestuary to rest. See, wasn't there. I can't really say anything.
Well, if you want to go back and listen to it, I gave the whole rundown, but I'll explain it briefly because so some of the kind of controversial conversation was about AI. Is it demonic? And then what does it mean if something's demonic? And what happens if you start calling things demonic that are not demonic? So that was kind of, and people, people are always afraid of those things. So when I went to the church on Sunday, there was a sermon about the importance of Sabbath and, going through the Exodus story. And so my idea then when I was coming back, I was on the plane and I was thinking about it and I thought, what if we give our AI things a day of rest? Our AI plane, and I was thinking about it and I thought, what if we give our AI things a day of rest?
Best for you.
Oh. Hey, Grace, come on in here.
No. You know you're on, right? Mark, say
somebody coming in here? You probably can't because Michael's away. I'd normally sing a song about now, but it's a bit late here and everyone else is asleep.
And sing a quiet one.
Maybe I can whisper a song. Farewell and adieu, all you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, all you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to London, and we'll never see you fair ladies again.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice, your hair, it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got shoot off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burn your whole beard off. Rejoice despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. Dude. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that brother?
Andrew Jack.
That's right, the Jack of Hearts is the casino deck card of the show, and it brings us to our next tab. Oh yes, in my fabulous t-shirts or underwear shirt, I had a discussion with John Hears over at Heavy Things Lightly. It's absolutely fabulous, and now that he has had such as Grim Grizz on, it turns out he can also have such fabulous people as Ian McGilchrist on.
Tendency to think that things are symmetrical or equal is one of the barriers to our understanding. More important than symmetry is asymmetry. More important than equality is difference. And difference is completely compatible with unity. So, no, I don't see it like that. And I'm very much non-reductionist about values and purpose. I'm in a way the foe of my philosophy argues the other way from everything that is reductive in that sense.
What do people in the academy think of you? Do they hear you as religious? Your fellow mates doing research?
I suspect they do, but that's not a problem since a lot of scientists are religious. One of the most interesting...
What's reality? I don't know. When my bird was looking at my computer monitor, I thought, that bird has no idea what he's looking at. And yet, what does the bird do? Does he panic? No, he can't really panic. He just does the best he can. Is he able to live in a world where he's so ignorant? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The bird's okay, even though he doesn't understand the world. You're that bird looking at the monitor, and you're thinking to yourself, I can figure this out. Maybe you have some bird ideas.
Saved by a kayfabe. Well, as it turns out, that Ian fella is, as they say, making the rounds. Making the rounds. Brought to you by the Blue Church card of the show. The Dirty Deuce. The Dirty Deuce of Spades. He's also made an appearance with Chris Green over on Karen this morning in Approach the Sacred. Offer gratitude, dwell in humility, speak the truth, and let mercy in.
And you can see on his countenance that he has to go to an entirely different place. Like he's in touch with his soul now. And he's not rattling off, clever sayings about how to lead. He starts to tell a story about this man who saw him, recognized him, and engaged him in a human way that freed him up from some kind of bondage he was in. And that's what I'm showing the students is notice how, look at his face, listen to the tone of his voice, listen to the cadence of his speech, and learn that shift is the one where that's where wisdom lies, right? And that anything that's really important isn't easy to say. And it doesn't come out fast. It doesn't come out with kind of mechanical rhythm.
That's right. I mean, the most important things ultimately cannot be said.
Yes.
As has been noted by many great wise people in different traditions. So
we all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agents.
see. And so it came to pass that my Google Drive storage was over the limit, and I decided to poke around in it. And I found a clip reminiscent of the olden days, back in the 2020 maybe. Maybe it was 2020, maybe even 2019. And then I poked around on the internet to confirm that the actual footage is still available. And now I present to you Cyprus Deckard of the show, Jack Club Right. Jack Club Right.
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
It's about how you use it.
Well, look, I can tell you right now, here's the cheat codes to the universe, right? You get high vagal nerve tone, you take your brain down into delta wave states, you super saturate, you engage your vagal nerve, you adjust your respiratory posture, you supersaturate with oxygen your red bloodstream, engage in gas-assisted hyperventilatory apnea, you engage nitrous oxide, cannabis, and or ketamine, and you time it with pleasure pain stimulation and orgasm and driving sonic beats. You too will spend 3 to 10 minutes in the information realm, and you can think anything you want about anything you can think of with a 300 IQ for as long as you're there. You can also
Don't we all, Paul? Don't we all? What else? In what's clearly documented as as part of the trilogy of triumvirate of this little corner, we've got a crossover on the Silk Road with Peugeot and Vervecke.
It has properly fitted to its context. That's when you experience beauty, and so it has to be somewhat yielded. The pattern has to be somewhat a little bit broken or a little bit made soft in order to apply itself to its particular. So when you see a woman that's too symmetrical, like it's actually frightening. It's actually like it's shocking. But if there's a yielding, then that's when you experience beauty.
Yeah, have you ever seen that where they cut a face and they do the mirrors and you get two faces like, and they're both like, ugh, right?
Yeah.
The two sides of a face are, and one of the hypotheses is this has to do with hemispheric difference, and Ian McGilchrist would be happy.
Immediately, I remembered. I mean, because I'm a devotee, a follower of Socrates, I remembered Socrates' daemonium, his divine sign that spoke to him. And all of this was starting to say something else is going on here that doesn't fall cleanly into the two automatic categories of madness or demonic encounter, where people have, there's a whole continuum of where people have full-blown encounters like this to very, very things where they just have a felt presence of something behind their left shoulder and getting into what I think is going on behind that. And so
Happy the hours are not what they seem, the hours.
Imagine a world where boundaries blur between reality and fiction, with Mikhail Gorbachev leading the charge. Gorbachev didn't just challenge political norms, he dared to break the fourth wall in storytelling. "Tear down that fourth wall," he exclaimed, inviting us into a new era of engagement. His metaphorical call wasn't for Berlin alone. It was a clarion call to storytellers and audiences alike. Engage directly, break barriers, and foster a dialogue. Gorbachev's words echo in the halls of creativity. As storytellers, it's our turn to tear down that fourth wall, inspired by Gorbachev's daring challenge. Join us in this creative revolution. Tear down the walls that confine your stories. Share, like, and subscribe for more inspiration.
And in other news, the one that'll probably get me copyright trouble, this Matt Walsh fella put out his this is the exact moment when pop culture died, and he calls it like the 206 to 209. Here's a part of that.
Attention for a brief moment in time. We're not going to experience the thing together or even in the same context. We'll experience it alone on our phones, on our feeds, sandwiched between other content, pulling our attention back away from this thing that we all briefly noticed at the same time and forgot about just as quickly. You know, today we still have hit songs that lots of people stream, and we have hit movies that lots of people watch. But very rarely does any show or film or song become a cultural touchstone, a true sensation, a thing that you cannot avoid, that you almost cannot help but experience.
Just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right. Just new king, big, great can new. Happy, the hours are not what they seem, the hours. Very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right. Just new king, big, great can new, happy.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Nanny.
All right, what? All right, let's get there. Neo-feudalism in you. Neo-feudalism in you. Looks at Paul was gushing over on the X about this performance by Jordan Hall, Paul Anleitner, and Rafe Kelly. Here's the 33rd minute of it.
It also has the disadvantage of being false.
Sure.
Both bad and wrong simultaneously.
Bad and wrong. but nobody like. I remember like when I went deep into the evolutionary theory, I'm like, why am I not like donating to every sperm bank that I can? Right? Like, how am I not? I'm not living up to the ethos that I've been told is the design of the organism. Right? The organism is to pass genes into the future, and I'm, you should
also, by the way, be killing all or infertilizing all of the males. So
yeah.
There's a lot to follow. There's a lot
I don't think you can fertilize males, Jordan. I think you may be a bit confused.
No, he just has more information about the nanotechnology than you do. And the neo-feudalism push that Jordan Hall is bringing to the corner is the focus of this neo-feudalism in you, hootenanny, because as you can see here, from the series of X posts, totally not tweets, they're X posts. Paul is promoting this other guy, and he's like, yeah, but, Pastor Paul, I'll put you in your place. It's like, okay, boomer, and thus we are undone. Early success leads to hubris, and there's a sense that Christ and the church are, at best, redundant. Evil is evil, and the civic religion can and is addressing. You left off the ing it. But this can't work for long. A pagan sacrifice can never be eternal. And what other that? I'd recommend something like a knighthood. I think that the speaker was correct in pointing out that the average Christian Germans were at least tacitly complicit in the rise of fascism, because they were terrified of what had been happening in the post-World War I environment from the left. They sought something that could fight the Weimar Republic, that fight the demons in their midst, and the fascists emerged to oblige. I'm going to recommend a knighthood. And I'm like, well, who the hell's going to do that? How, and who then LARPs such a thing into existence for the younger generation, to which I've apparently been tased. In further news. So we'll have to be stepping up that LARP. I'm sure that as soon as the Ko-fi comes in, you'll be seeing the difference around here. Have you donated to your local Grim Grizz? We don't accept that kind of donation. We don't accept that. Kale Zeldin has just found out that a fellow teacher bans her kids from using all the words that he teaches. What, all the words? Does she have a vocabulary sheet for knights need lords? Skankenstein points out. Tasked by a mascot eagle. Coffee. Yes, you can get my coffee. You can get the cup of the General Grind down there in the description. Thanks for asking, Dust to Dust. It might be broken today. Oh, well. Anyway, that's a stream. The neo-feudalism is what Jordan's pushing on the corner, and he's deeply infiltrated Pastor Paul after this weekend spaghetti incident or pizza place thing. So we got to watch out for that. I didn't feel like streaming. I did anyway. So there's the even so title delivery check. Did that. All right. Train out of here. Thank you, everybody.